Hey guys, welcome back to Vince Fail Custom. So today we're going to do a garage kit review on two kits. Two different scales, two different characters, but I got it from the same person, so I figured let's kind of just lump them into one video because it's fairly simple. This is a 1/4 scale Superman. These were both sculpted by Tony Cirpiano, and they are amazing. So this is a Superman maquette, I guess. It's based off the Silver Age corner box art from Action Comics. And you can see the nice little simple base. We're going to be changing up the base. I'll pull that out in a second. But this is like my friend's era of characters he's been waiting for years to be sculpted. It's kind of funny. You thought like something like this would have been sculpted ages ago, whether it was like from DC Direct or some other company. But, you know, with the way things go, they always kept it modern or that era. So you really didn't see much of this type of sculpts. If you did, it really wasn't that close to the artwork. But Tony sculpted this perfect. It looks like it stepped out right from the comics, which is what my friend's been waiting for. Like, this is like his holy grail of line. So he's going to be getting like all these Silver Age characters. So with over the next couple months and year, I'll probably be doing a lot of these paint-ups and showing them off in my videos. Because he just wants to have... This is the stuff he's been waiting for, which is kind of funny because with 3D sculpting these days... it's like a lot of people kind of take the modern looks, or they'll do something maybe from the 80s or 90s, but they'll tweak it. But this is like straight up like that Silver Age stuff. So he's happy about it, and it's going to be kind of fun to paint him up. It's going to be very simple because he wants it to look like the comics. He doesn't want it to be like over textured, which it's not over shaded. Just kind of look like it's just stepped out of the comics. That's kind of what we're doing. This right here is a 1/6 scale Space Ghost that Tony did. Basically, it's going with my friend's other line for the 1/6 scale stuff, because I think he's got some 1/6 scale stuff that he wants to have a specific line with characters, and then the 1/4 scale is the Justice League stuff. So it's pretty straightforward. It's really not that complicated. I mean, as you can see, it's just two parts plus a cape. But it is hollow, so what I'm going to be doing is, for him, is we're going to put a rod up the leg as far as I can, and we're going to fill this in with resin because he wants to have it resin filled, which is fine. And it basically, all I really need to do is, after I put the rod in there and put it together, that's it, and then pretty much make the cape like removable and just paint up Superman. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but Tony did an amazing job on this one. I mean, as you can see, it just screams that whole era of Superman and the Justice League stuff, you know. Fairly simple, not that complex, and it just looks like he came out of the comic. I mean, the muscles, the chest, the sculpt of the face, the hair, it's really good. I mean, that is, like I said, it's kind of weird. You never really saw anybody sculpt these before because, I don't know, maybe if it was because the companies or people just don't think there's a fan base for them. And I'm not saying that, you know, these are going to be like a company can make this and they'll sell like 3,000 of them. Probably not. But then again, it's kind of funny. The more older school stuff I've done, whether it's customs or paint-ups or whatever, I see more and more people actually like those videos than some of the modern stuff, which is kind of funny. But all in all, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty cool. Like you said, Tony's doing a bunch of other characters, so I got a lot more that I'll be getting from Tony and from my friend. So this is the Space Ghost. As you can see, pretty much pretty straightforward. So his cape goes on there like that. You know, I know it looks sort of like an action figure, which, you know, in a way it almost is, but it's still a sculpt, and that's kind of what my friend always wanted. Actually, my friend, he actually, a couple of times in the past, he wanted to take, like, the old action figures and fill up the joints and make them like a sculpt, but now he's getting exactly what he wants in the sculpt. So this is hollow as well, so I'll probably fill this in with resin and stuff. Tony did a good job of printing them up, too. I'm not really seeing, like, major problems. I mean, there's a couple divots here and there, but there's nothing that, you know, once I get primer on there and stuff, we'll kind of run with it. And the cape is pretty straightforward, you know. So I'll probably have to come up with maybe a little bit of a better way for the cape. Let's see, where it goes over. Or, I don't know if I should attach the cape at the end. Yeah, I might have to attach the cape and make it one solid piece. Only because, yeah, I think I might have to make it solid because it's not lining up perfectly. Alright, so I think maybe, I'll have to figure out. I think the hardest part would be the cape. Yeah. the way it kind of connects. And if I have to keep it one solid piece and paint it, I'll have to do that. We'll see. Because I think because you could kind of see putting it in already. See how it kind of scrapes the stuff. So yeah, that I'm gonna have to kind of fix. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. So one of the things that we came up with, though, sadly, is the way my friend he built a display case. So this big round base would actually kill his setup. Even though the base is pretty cool. The problem is if he has like if he gets like the Superman, I think Tony's doing all the other characters like Green Arrow. I think he's doing like Shazam and a couple of the other characters. He won't have enough room with all these bases. The spaces would take up too long. So somebody in my live streams, Raz, I reached out to him and I asked him if he could make a simple oval base with a star, and he was able to make this for us. So the idea is we're going to be printing these out for every character depending on the scale, and then these will be painted like a light blue with a yellow star based off of like the cover artwork and stuff of that. So this way, it's basically just a simple oval base, and it'll go on like that, and he'll have plenty of room for all his characters. So that's what I suggested to him. I said, you know, if you're going to be getting all these characters, I know the round bases are cool, but it's going to be too much of a space killer for you. You know, maybe if you just had 3 characters, it's okay, but if you want to get like the whole line from Tony, it's better to run with it. This round base for Space Ghost is not a problem, but this one right here and stuff. So we did actually print out some smaller ones for the other characters. So we do have like these, you know, these printed out. So basically, Raz was able to sculpt and make the round oval base for us. But my friends that he knows as a 3D printer asked him to print it. So what he did is he printed it out hollow at the bottom. So the idea is I'm going to cut these keys off. And then what's going to happen is I'll put the metal rods in there to make the metal rod go in there, like that. And then what we'll probably do is we'll probably fill this up with resin too, but what I'll probably add is in some like lead fishing weights and stuff in here, and this just to kind of give it a little bit more weight. And then this way, you know, we won't have to worry about any toppling. Not that anything will topple, but he wants everything solid, which is fine. And these aren't that big enough or that like problematic enough to fill them up with resin, and he's willing to spend the money to get the resin to fill it in too and everything. So that's pretty much it. But all in all, I mean, it's a really great sculpt. I like it. It's like I said, it's simple. The cape is going to be tricky, but that's not the end of the world. You know, pretty straightforward. I mean, I've painted up worse before in the past where capes, you know, were kind of a hassle. But I think with this one, I'm going to definitely probably attach it. I'll talk to my friend and see what he wants. I know he won't really care. At the end of the day, he just wants it on the shelf. Yeah, that's kind of it.